Emma Davis.
And I'm Charlie Richardson, and you're watching the JrHogTalk Easter Special.
School will be closed on April 8th due to the solar eclipse and will no longer be closed on the 1st.
The next Page Turners is on April 10th.
The AMS and AHS Strings Concert will be taking place on April 18th at 6 p.m. at AHS.
And now we turn to Romeo Martinez. Take it away!
Thanks, Charlie and Emma. And here we have some footage from Wednesday's Janet's Planet for 6th graders.
So, why do you think that teaching students about the upcoming solar eclipse is important?
Mainly because it's one of the most stunning celestial events you can ever see. I saw my first eclipse back in 2017, and I was so excited that it was coming across Nashville. I wanted to tell everybody about it because it is something that you might only ever experience once in a lifetime, or definitely that it will ever cross over Texarkana in your lifetime. It may be hundreds of years before it occurs again. And so that is the reason that I'm out here going, take some time, make sure that you're doing the best you can with your eye safety, and experience it. Because it's weird. Animals will like the birds will go to nest. You might see deer, rabbit, possum, you might hear an owl hoot. And then as the moon moves off the sun and sunlight returns, we might get what we call a false dawn, meaning we could hear a rooster crow. The birds may sing their morning time songs all over again. They may want breakfast all over again. And so it's fun to look up not only at what's happening in as far as totality, but to see all the way around it. And I will tell you that we had about 2 minutes and 18 seconds in Nashville, and you just wanted it to last longer. So that's why, only because it's so cool, and it kind of does look like that the Hulk has punched a hole in the sky.
What is the purpose of Janet's Planet?
It is to educate and kind of share my love of the solar system. I was inspired by my 5th grade teacher, Miss Ernestine Yarborough-Jones, and I've loved the solar system ever since. I think it's one of the most interesting invitations to STEM, because I think there's nothing, in your guys' lifetime, we're about to see in the next 2 or 3 decades, nothing that is done on Earth won't be somehow impacted by what's going on in space. So I think it's kind of like, think of Janet's Planet as just a big old preparatory kind of class that you take going, hey, I might want to do something as far as space exploration or in the space industry someday. But it's really all about space education.
Why do you think that teaching students about space is important?
Mainly because I think of space as one of the most grand, beautiful, kind of inviting, kind of stellar things to look at. And to think about that, we are part of that. As I was telling people at the end of the presentation, we are star stuff. From the iron in our blood to the calcium in our teeth to the carbon in our DNA, we're literally made from the very same elements as stars. There's interconnectivity. You and I are related to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the universe atomically. And so part of that is such a grand adventure. And part of me wants to tell the solar system, this is the best story ever. How do we get here? How do we live in the habitable zone of our star, the Goldilocks zone of our star? Not too hot, not too cold, that we're perfectly situated on our axis for life. We have this beautiful thin blue line that again keeps all of the good stuff in, oxygen, etc. And so, I don't know, I just get excited. To me, it's there's always more to discover, because whatever we know now could change at midnight tonight by something that gets uncovered, and we're like, whoa, mind blown that that's also true about something in our solar system.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I always say, let your mind revolve around this thought. The universe is always expanding. Let your mind do the same. And that's the view from Janet's Planet.
And now we turn to Will Carter with your sports announcements.
I'm your sports anchor, Will Carter, and on Monday, April the 1st, the 7th and 8th grade boys will have a track meet in Prescott at 3:30. Also, on April the 1st at 3:30, the 7th and 8th grade girls will have a track meet in Ashdown.
And now we turn to Sam Holliverse. Sam?
Thanks, Emma. Here we have another interview with one of our local heroes.
Did you have it your entire school age years? Were they all in a segregated school, or did you end up on the tail end of choice like my mom and dad?
My whole school experience was in a segregated society. I lived 2 blocks from, that's why I got this blue on. Not only is it my favorite sorority color, but it was also the color for Dunbar. So Dunbar's colors were blue and gold. So I lived 2 blocks from Dunbar. and I started out at G.U. Jameson Elementary School, which is no longer. G.U. Jameson Elementary School is now the Bowie County Health Clinic. And they really just changed a little bit of it because it looks just like the school. But that was the school I went to. And then I left that school and I went to Theron Jones Elementary School. So I went there because, again, that was only a few blocks from my house. And I went to G.U. Jameson Elementary School because my mother taught there. So my mother was a teacher for several years, and so she taught at that school. Then when she decided that she was going to go home and not teach, then that's when I went to Theron Jones. So I went through the whole time in segregated school.
Martin Luther King, where were you when you received the traumatic news that we lost our heroes?
When we lost Martin Luther King, I was actually in high school. But it was, you have to remember that our high school was 6th grade through 12th. So that meant we were all in one building, 6th through 12. And so because of that, there were, I'm thinking I must have been in maybe 9th grade. I remember we were all called into the gym, and the announcement was made. And everyone just started crying.
Hey man, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had an eclipse.
Yeah, I wonder.
Hold that thought. The eclipse is happening.
Oh, finally, worth the wait. Ooh.
Wait, I just remembered something.
And?
We weren't supposed to look at eclipses.
Why?
Because without eye protection, I think we'll go blind.
Oh. Well, this sucks.